welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, here on Wednesday night here from the Iowa Speedway. A bunch of cornfields surrounding this little track here in Iowa. And, well, we'd like to welcome you all here for the Salt Flat IROC Series. It is round number 8, and you know what that means? Things are starting to get a little bit tighter here at the end of the season. Only a handful of races left. We got this race here from the Iowa Speedway. Las Vegas next week, Dover. And then it's just 2 more races left in the calendar of March. And that's going to be from the Kansas Speedway. And we'll round things out like we always do right here with your IROC Series from the Pocono International Raceway. The Tricky Triangle, always a great race. But that's coming in a couple of weeks. Everything is right now on the line here for a lot of these drivers. And tonight, the man that you see going by us right there as our camera turned, it was the number 12 of Randy Johnson. He's been on one heck of a tear coming into tonight. And I don't expect anything to be different here tonight for Randy Johnson. All things ahead for the driver of that Nichols Performance Machine. He comes in as a Rookie of the Year, and he has been able to put on one whale of a show every time he steps out onto the track. Last week, unfortunately, finishing inside the top 5 for himself, but had to start from the back of the field, which made it very difficult on the driver of the number 12. But tonight, no penalty here for the driver of the number 12. No penalties throughout the entire field, as last week when we were at the Lime Rock road course. It was a little difficult for a lot of drivers, but it is a road course, so you expect a couple guys to be off track or, well, you know, getting together just a tad bit. So no penalties here tonight to assess before the race. So while we're here before qualifying here for the IROC round number 8 from the Iowa Speedway, we're going to step away from the national anthem. We'll be right back here for qualifying from this little short track.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rackets regular, the boats fast taking out, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Welcome back here to the Iowa Speedway. Qualifying just underway, and a lot of these drivers are getting up to speed here for their first qualifying lap here. It looks like one driver has already taken a time, and it's actually going to be this man right here to be the 81 of Greg O'Berry. He is at the top of the speed charts here after one lap. Greg O'Berry has a win under his belt, but it looks like he's going to go for a huge slide there out of turn 4, and it looks like that's going to do it here for him in qualifying. Here comes a driver that had a lot of clean races earlier in the year. This point in the season, though, it started to slip away just a little bit. That'll be the 26 here of Darrell Clauder. Right now, Clauder is put in the 6th fastest time out there on track. Let's drop it down, find your favorite driver. New quick time at the top of the board. It'll be the Midnight Runners 01 machine here of Josh Taylor. He has that machine there for just a quick second, and a new quick time out there was the man we were talking about in the pre-race. It's going to be the number 12 here of Randy Johnson. Johnson goes to the top of the board with a 26.8 9.19 is a blazing speed as his teammate now of Jason Dobbs is out here on track. So let's see where Dobbs is able to come across the board. Let's see where he is. He is 16th fastest here on lap number 1. We do understand we are having a little bit of technical difficulties here with our stream here at the beginning of this race here from the Iowa Speedway, so we apologize for the technical difficulties. We're going to see if we can work through that here in just a moment for your race fans and see if we can get that under control. But right now, Jeff Pogo, see him down pit road. He just finished up his qualifying laps here. He is 4th fastest on the board. The man we were just watching of Jason Dobbs is going to move up to P number 3. Danny Valenzuela just finished up his qualifying run. It was 18th quickest. Here's the man who holds the record for the Salt Flat IROC Series most wins. It'll be the driver of the O2 here, Craig Schwartz. And he's got about 1:30 to get it done as he's officially on his warm-up lap here to see what he can do. Josiah Millen also out there on track. He has now moved up to the 15th fastest time. Right, so let's see. Craig Schwartz going to come through. It looks like Craig has actually had his qualifying time. Sorry, as we're trying to work through our technical difficulties here to figure out what is actually going on here tonight on the YouTube side of things. Yes, Mr. Todd Poston, hiding behind the name. We know. Thank you for your clarification. Greg O'Berry did get out there on track. He did turn the 6 with his time here. Well, we're going to step away here with 20 seconds to go, see if we can figure out what's going on here with this, and we'll be right back here from the Iowa Speedway.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
And welcome back here to the Iowa Speedway. Hopefully we got all the technical difficulties underhand here that were going on. And while we're waiting for a couple of these guys to take to the grid, let's take you through your starting lineup here tonight. Starting lineup presented by Draft Top. Looking for a nice adult gift for the holidays for your adult in the life? How about getting a Draft Top? Make your beer can not just a beer can, make it a nice beer glass. Starting on the Draft Top front row here tonight, it'll be the 12 of Randy Johnson. Starting right next to him on the outside, it'll be the 37 here of the Wild Child Cole Day. Starting row number 2, it'll be the Tennessee row right here, actually. It's the man Josh Taylor out of the Taylor Motorsports, also part of the Midnight Runners group. Starting on row 2, also, it'll be the man out of Tennessee, it'll be the Trash Man racing Jason Dobbs in the 985 Nichols Performance Machine. Starting on row number 3, it's the little man Jeff Pogo. Starting next to him, it'll be the 81 of Greg O'Berry. Sorting out row number 4, it'll be the 14 of 100 Reynolds, who finished inside the top 3 once again at last week from the Lime Rock Park. And right next to him, it'll be the 84 of Lynn McNeese. Row number 5, it'll be the man, the myth, the legend out of Ohio, it'll be Jamie Leach. Starting next to Jamie, it'll be the Big Country Cole Haas ABV machine in the 29. Row number 6, it'll be the 31 of Donald Bennett, and outside him, it'll be Michael Bromley. Row 7 here tonight, it'll be the man of the 08, it'll be Orlando Rivera. Starting next to him will be Darrell Clauder out of Florida in the 26 machine. Row number 8 here tonight, it'll be the number 40 of Josiah Millen and the 48 of Todd Poston. Row number 9, it'll be the 05 of Timmy Valenzuela, and to his outside, it'll be the 62 of Colton Farrow. Row number 10 here tonight, it'll be Danny Valenzuela, and next to him, it'll be the 78 of Patrick Smith. Row number 11, it'll be the number 21 here of Jeff Bergner, and then it'll be the 707 of Michael Whitaker. 12th row here tonight, it'll be the 02 of Craig Schwartz and the 38 of Cody Levin. And that is your 12-row field here tonight. Randy Johnson about to lead us back here around the track for the green flag here tonight. It's going to be 100 laps here from the Iowa Speedway. The question isn't going to be, can we do 100 laps? The question is going to be, who's the first one that's going to complete the 100 laps here from Iowa? iRacing pace car about to duck in. Round number 8 here for the Soft Flat IROC Series about to start here. Green flag is officially in the air tonight, and we are going to race side by side here from your front row down towards turn number 1. Johnson had a really good start down there, and it looks like Cole Day also had a pretty good start there in the 37 machine. Taylor also going to be able to clear there for the second position. That'll put side by side back here. Jeff Pogo and it looks like Dobbs to the outside in his Nichols Performance highlighter yellow machine. A little bump there from Greg O'Berry to the back bumper on Dobbs, but leading lap number 1 here is going to be the 12 of Randy Johnson out of that Nichols Performance group. So as Randy Johnson takes the first lap here tonight, that'll notch him a bonus point, and his competitor in the championship's buried a little bit farther back in the field. Not farther, there he is, number 14 of Hunter Reynolds in the green machine. Look for him to come to the front here early. 24, Jeff Pogo has now cleared. Oh, looks like Taylor's going to go around here. He's going to wrap a couple of them up. Reynolds is involved. Look at Leach just barely sneak through there. Everybody else kind of slowly approaching this wreck, but it looks like the 01 of Taylor's going to go around here in the early going. And that's going to put us under the first yellow right like that. 2 laps only completed here under the green flag circumstances. And then right to the yellow flag we go. So let's throw it back and see what happened to Taylor. Looks like, I believe, he's just going to get a little bit sideways here, and then chain reaction. Nowhere for Reynolds to go, and nowhere for Dobbs, O'Berry, McNeese to go. Everybody else looks like they avoid it pretty clear. Donald Bennett going to go down through the grass to avoid what was going on in front of him. Smart move by the driver of that 31. There you see it, the hole just closes up. Nowhere to go for these drivers. So that'll put us under our first yellow flag circumstance here of the night. Randy Johnson is still out front here, though, at Iowa. Cole Day is second. Jeff Pogo is third. Hunter Reynolds is fourth. Jamie Leach is in your 5th position. Cole Haas is sitting there 6th. Bromley is 7th. Dobbs is 8th. O'Berry is 9th, but he is down pit road with Dobbs right now. Well, we'd like to thank everybody for sticking with us here. It looks like I've cleared up our little bit of an issue we had here, a little bit of an over encoding on our streaming software here, so we're glad we were able to work our way through that and get that under control here to bring you all the action here for the Salt Flat IROC Series here on Wednesday night. So we do welcome you here to the Iowa Speedway. And yes, Todd, I am 100% officially aware that I was sure of that. Would be nice sometimes if Todd actually comes in the lobby before we go live. You know, you'd actually be able to see some things. But Todd, you know, we're not going to say anything, Todd. So, the Porsche pace car lights still continue to stay on here. Let's see if we're going to be able to find where the driver of the 01 of Josh Taylor is. Maybe we can grab just a quick word in with Josh Taylor here. Taylor, you got a copy. It's some youth up here in the booth.
Yeah, man, I can hear you loud and clear.
Well, you're hearing me loud and clear, so that means something has possibly gone wrong out there on track. What happened there on lap number 2 out of turn 4?
It's just this new tire model. It's just, I'm not used to it. I still can't get the hang of it, and it just won't have no grip. First couple laps, you have no grip whatsoever.
We see as no grip sometimes does spell a little bit of disaster. Now I understand what has happened out there tonight. But you're going to restart towards the back of the field. How hard is it going to be to charge back up through to the front?
I'm just going to take it easy right now and get the hang of the car, and hopefully I don't wreck no more rest of the night. And it's like, if the night goes on, more grip, I'm going to get on harder.
Well, there it is. He's going to get on it a little bit harder here once to get a little more grip in the tires, but it looks like we're going to come down. We're going to get 1 to go, I believe, this time by. It's going to be 95 laps here at the line still left. As you do see, the iRacing pace car lights do go out here tonight. Well, as we kind of missed here in the early going, let's take you through your sponsors here for tonight. Jordan Henn Racing. We got to thank everything that the Jordan Henn Racing team does here for the Salt Flat IROC Series. 2-A-T Lawn Care, who does all the racetracks here on the iRacing service. Bromley Designs for all the awesome paint jobs here with the Salt Flat IROC Series. You need an awesome paint job, hit up Bromley Designs on Facebook. Taylor Motorsports and everything they do for being the premier sponsor here with the Salt Flat IROC Series. Nichols Race Engines, performance race engines, performing all the motor work you need and all the race performance you need. Also, a Draft Top. Man, I can't wait to get one of those. I can just tell you that right now. But we will go single file here on this restart as we did not complete 2 continuous laps here at the Iowa Speedway. iRacing pace car officially down and away off the racing surface. That means it's going to go back green flag racing. There it is. Randy Johnson says it is time to boogity, boogity, boogity. We're going to go back to green flag racing here at Iowa. Lap number 7 going to start right here, and everybody being single filed out. It's a good way to try and log a lap or 2. As here you see, everybody's still single filed out inside your top 10. You would have to go all the way back to the 15th spot with Greg O'Berry and Danny Valenzuela as they were still side by side. It looks like we're going to complete this first lap here, this time by at the line. Randy Johnson's going to be still, as it looks like 2 drivers have gone around out of turn number 4. Yellow flag will wave once again, as I believe Timmy Valenzuela has gone around, and I believe that is the number 7 of Michael Bromley also going around. So it looks like the Timmy Valenzuela machine is going to be the one that brings out the yellow. Michael Bromley, though, also going around, but he spun off the racing surface. Let's see if we can find where things kind of went wrong here for Timmy. You see Timmy goes around. Craig Schwartz was right there. He's barely missed the spinning 05 machine. See Bromley down there in the grass. He was already off the racing surface. The yellow is going to save him, but wasn't actually going to be thrown for the driver of the number 7. We're backing up. See if we can back it up just a little bit farther here. Maybe we can go on board. As you already see it happening there, we're going to have to get the replay truck here to go a little bit farther back. There we go. Now we're far enough back. Let's see if we can jump on to this camera here with Craig Schwartz. You see it all happen right in front of him. He just cracked the throttle just a little bit and went up the track, and he was able to go right around that spinning 05 there of Timmy Valenzuela. So that's going to put us here under our second caution flag of the night. Randy Johnson, Cole Day, Jeff Pogo, Hunter Reynolds, Jamie Leach, and Ira Kohlhaas, your top 6 drivers. Then it's going to be Orlando Rivera, Josiah Millen, Darrell Clauter, Todd the Turtle Poston is in your 10th position. Looks like Josh Taylor has moved up into the 13th position after his go-round that he had, but looks like Greg O'Berry, Lynn McNeese, Jason Dobbs, Michael Bromley, Timmy Valenzuela, Craig Schwartz, Danny Valenzuela, Patrick Smith, Jeff Bergner, Michael Whitaker, and Cody Levitt all have come down pit road here, so that's what moves him up into the 13th spot tonight. Working our second yellow inside the first 10 laps here tonight from the Iowa Speedway. I guess you got to give them a couple mulligans here tonight. They were out practicing road course racing for 2 weeks, and then they put on one heck of a show from the Lime Rock Park, and now transitioning back over here to the oval side of things. Some drivers may be having a little bit of difficulties getting the tires underneath them here. iRacing pace car lights do stay on, so why don't we just go ahead and see if we can find the man that we want to talk to here tonight. Maybe we can grab a quick word in with your leader here, Randy Johnson for the Nichols Performance Group. Let's see if we can dial him up here. Randy Johnson, you got a copy and some youth up here in your booth.
Hey, Roger, I got you loud and clear.
Well, you got me loud and clear. What's going on out there? Not too many laps under the green flag conditions, but how does the car still feel? It is still out front, and it looks absolutely beautiful in that highlighter yellow.
Oh, thank you. It's, tires are still coming in. Once, maybe this next restart, it'll finally be up to temperatures and, hopefully handling a lot better. First, like, 5-6 laps, it's a little squirrely.
Well, we haven't quite got to the first 5-6 laps of green flag racing, but do you think the transition, the practice, and the qualifying session was done under the hot sun here in the Iowa cornfields, and now it looks like the lights are on here? Do you think that's playing any factor also with these tire temps?
Probably a little bit. It's, we'll see. I think it's starting to come in. It's just like whoever's brave enough to get back to the gas, out of 3 and 4, that going a little over the board and stepping out. So, makes a big difference.
Well, there you heard it from the driver himself, Johnson, claiming that it's going to take a couple laps here tonight for the tires to come in on that Nichols Performance car. Hasn't been able to get them there just yet. We haven't had the green flag long enough run tonight. But that is our leader there of Randy Johnson. He came into tonight only 6 points out. You know, the points have not been updated since Dan Lisa is not recording the Lime Rock Park stats that we had, so officially the points are going to stay the same. So he came in 6 points back behind Hunter Reynolds, even though he is the leader right now. Officially, that point standings gap would actually be only 2, officially on the timing and scoring. Let's see if the iRacing pace car lights go out this time. It does go out this time. That means we will set them back loose here on lap number 14. It looks like we will try a double file restart after we haven't been able to run the single file. So let's just see how this works out for a lot of these drivers. It'll be Johnson to the inside, Day to the outside, then it'll be Pogo down to the inside, row number 2. Reynolds will restart his green machine there, P number 4, second car to the outside row. Then it's Jamie Leach, Ira Kohlhaas, Orlando Rivera, Josiah Millen, Darrell Clotter, and then Todd the Turtle Poston back there in the 10th position. So you come through 3 and 4, pulling the belts tight once again here. The question being, when is Johnson going to fire off? There he goes, early back to the gas, and the green flag officially waving once again here in the cornfield of Iowa. Johnson takes the control here of the race. By the time we get down into 1 and 2, it'll be a battle, though, for the 3rd position as Jeff Pogo goes to the inside here on the green machine of Hunter Reynolds. He'll continue to hold that P number 2. Cole Day up the track a little bit there in the center of 1 and 2. As the battle brews, though, back here for about the 10th position. Poston still to the outside. Darrell Clotter has moved to the inside. Contact down there in 3. They hold on to it. Poston back up the track. Here goes believe that is Colton Farrow, who's going to spin the 62 machine to the inside here. He keeps it off the track, so we're staying green flag racing here. All good and clear. It looks like Johnson is still out there leading this race here from the front of the field, and he is saying, boys, you do what you got to do back there. I'm going to be staying right here at the front of the field here tonight. So Johnson will lead another one. See a lot of drivers sliding towards the top side there out of turn number 4. That was going to be the 37 of Cold Day. No side-by-side battles right now on track. You actually have to go all the way back here. They just went side-by-side, and that's going to be the 38 of Levitt looking to the inside on Patrick Smith. A little bit sideways for the Las Vegas kid, and right in front of them, it's Danny Valenzuela side-by-side with Donald Bennett. Bennett's going to take the high side and take the momentum. Here comes Jeff Bergner in the 21 Midnight Runners machine out of Utah. It's the battle of the Utah boys right now. Danny Valenzuela has the position. Jeff Bergner would like to take it away from him if possible here. At the start-finish line, it is still showing Valenzuela in front of that 21 there of Bergner, but how long will that last? Bennett going to blow the corner a little bit. Here comes Dobbs along, following that 21 machine of Bergner. Bennett up the track, Valenzuela up the track. Here comes the Bergner and Dobbs Freight Train Express. They are battling just inside. It looks like that is for the 15th position right now on track. Nothing has changed out front. It is still Randy Johnson leading the way, or 15 laps. He's put himself out front. Cole Day, I believe, sneaking away 2 of those laps led. Berger, though, has the advantage, and he will take now that position away from Bennett. So it'll be Berger, Dobbs, and then Bennett is looking like that outside lane as they're starting to get freight trained. At the front, though, there's your battle. For your lead out of turn number 4, it looks like Johnson and Day have opened up a huge gap over Jeff Pogo. They're already about a second and a half up here, and there's a battle for that 3rd position. Hunter Reynolds is now to the inside here of the 24 of Pogo. The battle of the 4s, the 14 to the inside, the 24 to the outside. Reynolds has the inside preferred line. Who is that back there making a huge move? Here comes Craig Schwartz. 3 wide, puts Orlando Rivera in the middle. The Ginger is coming to the front in a hurry. He started towards the back of the field here tonight, and he has already sliced and diced his way through it. Rivera's going to move up. Here comes Millen. Millen's going to try and fill the hole also. So can Millen follow the 0-2 of Craig Schwartz through the hole to the promised lands? Schwartz going to run up the track just a little bit. Jamie Leach is now going to have to give way. He falls up the track a little. Here comes Orlando Rivera now to the inside on Leach. Millen is actually there. They're almost 3 wide down the backstretch into turn number 3. It'll be Millen still to the inside, though. Leach is on the outside. Rivera's there. And who is that? That is the turtle back there at 9th of Poston, who gets really close to the wall. As you see Craig Schwartz now working over the 24 of Jeff Pogo. He'll dive the black machine down there to the inside. Millen has fallen back just a little bit from this group here. He still runs in the 6th position as everybody's trying to get around the Jamie Leach machine, who's now hung to the outside and nothing he can do. He's going to have a moment where he can dive back down. Here comes the Nichols Performance 81 of Greg O'Berry, though. O'Berry going to look for the position here. Oh, Greg right now running in that 10th position. They're trying to rebound from that lap 2 spin that he was involved in. He does have the fresher tires right now, though. This man is just on rail, absolute rails. He is hanging it out. Craig Schwartz has the fresh tires. He was down 12 laps ago, and now he is already moved up into the 3rd position. So Schwartz up the 3rd, moving Reynolds and Pogo back 1 position right now, the timing and scoring. Orlando Rivera is looking to the inside here on Todd Poston, just trying to get around that 48 machine. Reynolds looked for a moment there out of turn number 2 to the inside on Craig Schwartz, was not able to get the job done, had to fall back in line before Jeff Pogo elected to take the charge to the inside on him. Todd Poston looks like he's able to keep the momentum up there in the 48 machine. O'Berry real close to the outside wall there coming out of turn number 4. Everything is all green so far here since we went back green flag racing. It looks like Reynolds trying to be worked over by that 24 of Jeff Pogo. Millen is now all over the back bumper here on Jeff Pogo. Millen down there slides the apron just a little bit with the left side tires, hangs it out there. He loses a little bit of ground as look at Greg O'Berry still trying to make that inside lane work here on the 08 of Orlando Rivera. It's the battle for the 8th and the 9th position still heating up here. Keeping tabs. It looks like Reynolds trying to once again under Schwartz, just not able to put the power down. O'Berry's going to take the spot from Rivera. He's going to throw a little bit of a block down there going into turn number 3, making Rivera hold on to the 9th position. Leach is hanging on just to the tail of this battle here. He is in 10th. Josh Taylor has rebounded to fall into the 11th spot right now, and it looks like officially everybody on track has single filed out at some point. Patrick Smith is the closest battle for position, as he is side-by-side with Danny Valenzuela down here, going into turn number 1. This is the battle back here for the 18th, 19th, and 20th position. Michael Whitaker is also right there running in the 21st spot. So Valenzuela has it. Smith wants it. It looks like he's going to be able to fall into line there. Cole Day up the track a little bit, losing a little ground there to the driver of that number 12. So Randy Johnson still hanging on to the lead here. That's what it looks like looking off the back bumper here, or the back roof line, I guess you want to call it here, from the 12 of Randy Johnson. You see everybody back there. Your leaders right now have checked out to a 2-second lead over Craig Schwartz. There's Johnson, there is Day, and Hunter Reynolds is trying to the inside here on Craig Schwartz for the 3rd position. Reynolds might be able to take it. Is Schwartz just going to give him the spot? Will he fall back into P number 4 here? Schwartz going to just throttle up and try and power move back around the outside in his machine. Here comes Greg O'Berry also to the inside on Todd Poston back there for the 7th spot. The battles for 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. Throw them all under the blanket here. Here comes Millen now because the inside lane opened up from Pogo. That was really close coming out of turn number 2. Schwartz going to hang on to that spot. Then it's still Reynolds, Pogo, and Millen, your top 6 drivers here. Day and Johnson still holding on to 1 and 2. They have been locked together since the drop of the green. Pogo's going to throw it in there, but so was the 14 of Hunter Reynolds. Every driver here that we see in frame running a little bit different line that time through turns 1 and 2. Pogo's going to look to the inside, though, once again. After storming down the backstretch, he'll look to the inside here on Reynolds. Reynolds going to be forced to stay to the outside lane, but I believe he's going to have the momentum. O'Berry has worked around the 48 there of Poston, so that moves him into the 7th spot. Pogo still knocking on the door, just not able to spring that pogo stick far enough ahead. He'll throw it back to the bottom here once again. Pogo was weighed down on power, way down on speed in the practice session. Found a little bit in qualifying and now finds himself still inside the top 5 here. 31 laps actually in the books here now. So after 2 shaky laps, or 2 shaky restarts, bringing out caution flags in the first 10 laps, we've gone green flag here for the last 20 laps actually. Right now, it's still this battle inside the top 10 here, which is the best battle on track. Darrell Clauter right now also has a battle back there for the 16th spot, as here comes Jeff Pogo, though, for the 4th spot on Reynolds. He'll officially dive it down to the inside. Will he be able to take the spot? Millen's going to look to the inside. He has a really good run out of turn 2, and he almost makes a little contact with Pogo exiting 2 as they crisscross paths down there. As this battle rages on. Question being, who's going to have enough tires here? I believe we're about, maybe possibly 15 laps away, maybe a little bit more since we had a couple caution laps there in those first stages. Millen and Pogo just bottom eaters right now. Looks like Schwartz has moved up the track just a little bit ahead of them, and Reynolds, I'm really surprised, has been able to hang on the best he can there to the outside. Millen going to drive it in hard. He's going to be literally on the back bumper there of Pogo through the corner. He's going to have to lift a little on exit. Let's see if he's going to be able to hold that momentum, though. He's trying to push the 24 of Pogo through the tri-oval here. Let's just look at the hard racing here for the 4th position. Throw them all under a blanket. It's some of the best racing we've seen this close of action all season long here at this little, we're calling it the short track. It's just 0.8 of a mile long in distance. Coming to complete lap 35 here. Pogo's going to nose ahead for the 4th spot. Reynolds is back to the 5th spot with a little bit of nose damage. I don't believe the nose damage is really hurting the Hunter Reynolds machine. He is able to hang on there with these guys and keep force with them, keep pace with them. Pogo's going to try and go up the track a little bit there to block the run by Reynolds, and it looks like he's going to be able to slow the roll for the 14. Now Millen is going to look to the inside here on Reynolds. Reynolds going to tag the wall out of turn number 4. It upset the car just a little bit, and I think that's all Josiah Millen is going to need to take it down to the inside here. He will officially take away the 5th position from Hunter Reynolds. Now can he work the number 40 here underneath the 24 of Jeff Pogo. Millen coming to the front, trying to follow what Craig Schwartz has done from the back to the front here tonight. Real close racing as Reynolds is not going to let the 40 of Millen just drive away that easily. He fights back to the outside in the number 14 machine. Reynolds actually, it looks like, might have just lost a little momentum that time as he went a little high down there in 1 and 2. So now Millen will take over the 5th position and try and battle back. It still looks like Orlando Rivera, though, is right behind here, this battle with Jamie Leach, Greg O'Berry, Orlando Rivera, and the Turtle of Poston, all also inside the top 10 here, just hanging on to this little bit of a group, seeing who's gonna have the bigger sword, I'm gonna say. As Reynolds right back down to the inside on Millen as they came out of turn number 2. Millen's going to give him the inside. He's not going to slam the door shut on him for the time being. So will Millen be able to hold that outside groove? It seems like there's been a real fine line from the outside. A lot of the drivers are able to hang on to it. A lot of drivers just kind of step over the line. Millen hangs on to it right now, and he's going to hang on to the 5th position. Nothing has changed out front. It's still Johnson, Day, and they are actually pulling away from this group of cars here, led by Craig Schwartz in the O2 machine over Jeff Pogo. Pogo is now officially there. Remember, Schwartz has been down pit road, 10-lap newer tires on that O2 machine than anybody right now inside the top 5, it looks, because Greg O'Berry back there in 7th, as here comes, once again, on the charge. It'll be the Hunter Reynolds machine. Trying to get down to the inside as Jeff Pogo is officially to the inside now here on Craig Schwartz. Schwartz going to keep the momentum up on the outside, though. He'll battle back down the backstretch, and he'll retain P number 3. So it's still the 5th and 6th position. 7th and 8th position still side by side. They're the only side by side battles right now going on through the track. Millen looks like, I think he went a little high that time. Here comes Reynolds. Will he be able to complete the pass out of turn number 2? They will duke it out side by side, and it looks like Millen's going to give it to Reynolds for the time being. Let him go on by, and Craig Schwartz is a little high here as Jeff Pogo comes underneath the Ginger himself at the line. It's still the Ginger sitting there, P number 3. Working lap 43 here out of the 100 schedule from the Iowa Speedway. And Jeff Pogo still trying to work over this O2 machine. Who will be the first one to pit road? I'm anticipating pit stops here right before the lap 50 marker tonight. And I don't believe that's going to be able to carry them all the way to the finish here from Iowa. They will either need another dreaded yellow flag here at some point, or they will have to make another green flag pit stop. Right now, though, this is still the battle because your leaders are absolutely checked out, almost 4.5 seconds over this battle for the 3rd spot. As you can see, that 24 still down on the bottom eating, and Millen is back down to the inside here on Reynolds right behind them. So you have these two battles for the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th position side by side. Nobody down pit road this time. It looks like Orlando Rivera might be coming down with this 08 machine. He will bring down the BeastRacing.com 08. Orlando Rivera will be the first one to dive it onto pit road. So we'll see where he kind of all shakes out after all of this green flag pit stops kind of sort themselves through here. So Rivera, the first one down on lap 46, who will be the next one to bring her down to pit road. Doesn't look like any of these drivers out of your top 10 will be coming down pit road because it is a 10-car battle. Lynn McNeese has worked his way back into the 10th position. Josh Taylor is also right there. They are right at the back of this train as they go down into turn number 1. Side-by-side battle for the 9th position. McNeese has it. Taylor wants it. Looks like Donald Bennett has brought the 31 machine down pit road this time by. And there's the race battle for the lead. And they cross the line here. Oh, Day's going to slap the right side of that car off the wall on lap 48 here tonight. So Day is pressuring Johnson here in the late stages here of the first segment where he's got the older tires. Are the older tires going to be the way Cole Day wants to play it tonight? As you see him swaying that car back and forth. Looks like Hunter Reynolds is bringing that 14 machine down pit road, so he'll pit now at just about the halfway point. Cole Day, though, still trying to work over this 12 of Johnson. Cole Day is going to sneak off the back end of this. He is going to bring her to pit road. See that 37 down pit road. It looks like Donald Bennett officially coming back out on track, but as Bennett did that, it allowed this man out front here to put him 3 laps down. That just shows you how much fuel, how much time it's needed on pit road. The question will be, will Randy Johnson come down this time by? Looks like he is down off the pace. He is going to bring the number 12 Nichols Performance Machine down pit road. Colton Farrow just in front of him in the 62 Toyota machine. That'll turn things over to this group right here. Now will be shown as our leaders here tonight. It'll be Craig Schwartz, Jeff Pogo, and Greg O'Berry. O'Berry going to look to the inside here of the 24. The question being is how far, though, can Jeff Pogo push his fuel in the 24 machine? He has not brought that car down pit road at all yet here tonight. The 0-2 of Schwartz and O'Berry, they have been down pit road, so don't expect to see them. It looks like here comes Jeff Pogo right now. He will bring down that 24 Deeper Darker Dew machine. So we are in the midst of our first green flag pit stop here tonight. Question being, can we cycle back through a lot of these drivers like Donald Bennett and Hunter Reynolds, Orlando Rivera? Really need to see this go for a full green flag pit cycle. They need to see the green flag from here till everybody comes down pit road so they can unlap themselves. Right now, though, Craig Schwartz, Greg O'Berry, they will stay out. I'm expecting them to run this tank of fuel out. Lynn McNeese is also back here. He's on that same strategy. He's about 2 seconds back behind those two. Josh Taylor is on the strategy since the since that first caution flag. He pitted when he spun. Since then, he has not been down, so look for him here in the next lap or two to be bringing down the 01 machine. And I believe right here it is. He's going to bring the Midnight Runners 01 machine down pit road, and he is in a hurry. I think he got it woed up just in time before the line. I'll have to watch and see as Taylor comes down pit road. Speed kind of fluxing here through the traps. So now it looks like just a handful of drivers left out there. Schwartz, O'Berry, McNeese, Bergner, Levitt, Dobbs, Smith, Bromley, Valenzuela, and then Whitaker. Coming around here, he'll complete another lap. It will be the 0-2 of Craig Schwartz as your leader. He has led the last 5 laps, but now O'Berry is here, and O'Berry's going to look to the inside. Schwartz going to stay high and try and use the 40 car of Josiah Millen as a little bit of a draft as they work upon him. Millen has just come out of the pits 2 laps ago, so the tire temps are not up to pressure for the driver of the 40 as Millen sideways right in front of your leaders as he's trying to bring the tire temps up, but trying to stay out of the leader's way. He will officially go now 3 laps down for Josiah Millen. So Millen goes from running in the 4th spot to 3 laps down under the green flag cycle. This time by, looks like Dobbs is bringing down the Nichols Performance Machine, and he's got a heavy right front damage on that car. We're not quite sure where he got it. He was involved in the first wreck, but I don't believe he got damage on that wreck, as now here comes Lynn McNeese and Craig Schwartz, as McNeese is going to run over the cone a little bit. I don't believe that'll be a penalty or a foul, so he'll just be able to carry on down pit road. Now, Greg O'Berry takes over the lead. The question being, though, how long does he want to push it? He stays down to the inside here. Let's see if he's going to bring down the Nichols Performance Machine. I think he is, as Millen goes high around him, so Millen will unlap himself from 3 laps to 2 laps. O'Berry pushing real hard. You see the nose down there. I believe that is going to be the 21... that is the 01 of Josh Taylor, who is going to take a tow there. He was spun down to the inside, and this is actually going to bring a lot of drivers. Jeff Bergner down pit road. Cody Levitt is coming down pit road. Here comes Timmy Valenzuela, and I believe that is Danny Valenzuela now down pit road there in the 04 machine. So that turns things over to this guy right here, and that's Patrick Smith. And Patrick Smith is not afraid to run his car completely out of gas. We have seen it a couple times this year. Patrick Smith will drive these IROCs right to the edge, right till it sputters. The light comes on. He tries to flip a switch, but he will not go any farther. Right now, he will bring down that 79 Midnight Runners machine to pit road, as Josh Taylor is officially on the hooker. Well, I guess that's not the correct terminology. He is officially on the hooks here, towing that 01 machine back to pit road. He is shown on the 24th spot, 4 laps down, and now Michael Bromley is the only driver who has yet to pit here tonight. He takes the ABV draft top machine to the top of the boards here. He is credited with 1 lap led, and he will quickly dive it down pit road out of the way, and he will now come for his 4 tires and fuel, a little bit slower than a couple of the other drivers we have seen come down pit road. So where will that turn everything back over to? I believe it's going to be this man right here. Cole Day has a little bit of a gap back, but we'll wait and see how that all comes out, as Bromley's in pit road, Smith is in pit road, and so is Michael Whitaker. So going to have to wait for everything to officially come back through in the timing and scoring. And while we're waiting for all that to come back through, how about we do a little something called Crank It Up here. Well, what do you say about that, race fans? Now officially everything has cycled back through. We can officially tell you that right there, the 37 of Cold Day, is your race leader. And I'm not sure if this is going to be correct, but Patrick Smith is being shown as your second place car. He only spent 27 seconds down there on pit road. It looks like a gas and go for the driver of the 79, so we'll see if that plays out. Patrick Smith gaining a lot of time. We'll have to see how those tires hold up on that machine, as there is a yellow out on track. It looks like Timmy Valenzuela has spun the 05 right there. He went right around, so we'll have to see where he made the mistake. Something may have gone awry for the driver of the 05. Let's throw it back here on the replay. What happened to him as he is running back there? I believe that was right around the 15th position at the time of the little bit of a spin that he had here. As it looks like Timmy Valenzuela just losing it is on his own coming out of turn 4. And he spins right round, baby. Right round. So that's what's going to put us here under the yellow flag at the Iowa Speedway. So that lead that Cold Day had, it's gone. Now the question being, 36 laps to go here at Iowa. Oh, you just made a pit stop. Will you bring it back down? Here comes the 37 of Cold Day. He's going to drag everybody right down with him onto pit lane. I believe one driver staying out. That was going to be the 14 of Hunter Reynolds. We'll see what kind of strategy he has up his sleeve as everybody you see down pit road there. So Hunter Reynolds stays out. It's going to be 4 tires, I'm pretty sure, and fuel for the entire field here. Randy Johnson down pit road there. Looks like the right side tires are on Cold Day's car. He's right behind Johnson. So Day's going to go 4 tires. What will Johnson do? We're going to take a look here and find out. Cold Day is down on the way. He is done with his stop. Looks like Craig Schwartz is going to come out second there. Then it's Poston, then Johnson. We'll see if they flip-flop that here on the timing and scoring. They will get the closer look. They will get the bird's eye view. A couple drivers, though, did elect to stay out naked if we have the caution flags. Hunter Reynolds is your leader. Then it's Orlando Rivera, Greg O'Berry, Lynn, the man, the myth, and legend, McNeese, sitting there 4th. Salt Flat County Jail's own 21 of Jeff Bergner. And then it's the Trash Man running in the 6th spot. Cold Day will be the first one on new tires. Running in 7th, Darrell Clotter was our wave around vehicle, so he'll tag the rear of the field. He is shown 8th right now, but he'll tag the rear. So it'll be Craig Schwartz moving up into the 8th position. Randy Johnson in 9th. And Todd Poston will move up into the 11th spot. So it'll be about 30 laps to go when we go back. Green flag racing estimates of you had to be able to make at least 40 laps on a tank of fuel. So a lot of these drivers here, looks like Hunter Reynolds, who is going to take over the lead, he's been out there for 18 laps. I'm just not quite sure he's going to be able to stretch the fuel of that 14 machine, but he's going to give it one heck of a shot. Orlando Rivera, right now, I'm calculating that out. He'll have to go 55 laps on the tank of fuel. He is sitting there in the 2nd position. Greg O'Berry, he's been out there 9 laps. He's going to be awfully close to being able to make it on fuel himself. This caution obviously will help him. Lynn McNeese in the same boat as Greg O'Berry. And then Jeff Bergner has also been in that same boat. So we'll have to see how all these differing strategies play out. But we also got to thank everybody for tuning in here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. If it's your first time here, go ahead, hit the bell, hit the little subscribe button. We have broadcasts that go live all week long here off the iRacing.com platform. You know, you can catch sometimes right here. You see IROC racing with the street stock. Sometimes we have some SK Modified series going on out there. Some super speedway action over here. If you like short tracks, we even have some short track series. Coming soon, Dirt Modifieds coming here to the Turn 3 Racing Network coming up in the April month. Brought to you by none other than this man up here in the booth. But right now, it's all about these IROC drivers. And will the iRacing pace car lights go out this time by? Can we go back racing here with... Well, let's see. There it is. The iRacing pace car lights do go out. Jeff Pogono, and Colt Farrell will tag the rear of the field here. They are not going to be able to make it on fuel, I believe, but they will tag the rear of the field. So this will line up double file here. Hunter Reynolds, Orlando Rivera, Greg O'Berry, Lynn McNeese, Jeff Bergner. That's how they are shown in the timing and scoring. That's how they will line up. If you appreciate what the Salt Flat IROC series has going on here with their awesome designs by the Bromley Designs group over on Facebook.com, go ahead, hit the thumbs up, let them know you really appreciate the nostalgia of the IROC series coming here to the iRacing platform. So as the lights are off, it will make the left-hand turn. It'll be 31 laps to go this time by Hunter Reynolds. Going to bring us down nice and slow. He fires off here. Everybody coming back up through the gears. A good start by Reynolds and a good start by Berry. Then it's side by side a little bit farther back, and they actually slide as, contact between Dobbs and Schwartz. Back there for, I believe that's the 5th position. Schwartz is trying to use those good new tires as fast as he can. He's going to get a bump, and he's going to get straight turned out of turn number 4. Dobbs going to turn the 0-2 of Schwartz, and Schwartz going to go down to the inside. I don't know if anybody else was involved in that, but Schwartz and Dobbs playing a little bit of bumper cars out there, and that's going to throw us right to another yellow flag here. And let's watch from overhead as we watch for that black and the neon highlighter yellow machine as they worked out of turn number 4. Schwartz goes down to the inside. Dobbs gets a really good run through the center, and he just high centers the 0-2, and then he flat turns him, it looks like, coming out of 2. And then Todd Poston, just an innocent bystander, really. He got involved in that, and I believe he may have got a little bit of front nose damage. We'll throw it back here just a little bit farther, and we will actually go on board here with the driver of this 48 machine. This is the onboard camera mounted to the side here of the racing seat for the driver of the 48. As you see, Poston with nowhere to go. Well, let's throw it back. We actually have a mounted onboard camera, I believe, on the Dobbs machine here, the trash man. Yeah, full of hands there on the wheel for Dobbs. And that puts us to a late race yellow. So now if there was any questions of who was going to be able to make it about Hunter Reynolds and Greg O'Berry, We will definitely be able to tell now here once this fuel calculator. Let's get the calculators out. Take the shoes off. Figure out what's going on here. It's still going to be close, but I think Hunter Reynolds will be able to make it after this yellow flag if he saves enough. But we'll find out here in just a moment. We're going to step away. We'll wet the whistle here to bring you the last about 25 laps here from the Iowa Speedway. We'll be right back with more Salt Flat IROC action right here on your Free Racing Network.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was always fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos or danger until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all will be kept in the pits. Not to mention that with members in over 130 countries already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series and work your way up to one of 7 world championships, offering over $500,000 in prize money. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic, real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
And welcome back here, race fans, here to the Iowa Speedway. It looks like a single file restart is pending here tonight. Gonna go back racing with 25 laps to go. Your top 5 drivers here when we go back green will be Reynolds, O'Berry, Rivera, McNeese, Bergner rounding out the top 5. Then it's Poston back there in 6th. Johnson 7th, Levitt is 8th, Smith is 9th, and Jamie Leach rounds out the top 10 drivers here. It'll be a 25-lap shootout, race fans. Put 25 laps on the board as the iRacing pace car ducks in. Let's go back to green flag racing here. There it is. Green flag is out. Coming up through the gears towards turn number 1. Looks like a pretty good start for everybody. It looks like the first battle was back here. I believe that's Patrick Smith. As Poston's going to go around in the 48. He saves it down to the inside. Bennett not going to be so lucky. He's going to take the 31 around, and Whitaker is also going around here. Michael Whitaker going to take the tow back to pit row, but it looks like we stay racing. Oh, your leader! As we came back to the front here, it looks like your leader of Reynolds. Something has gone wrong for Reynolds, and then that's going to cause him to tow it right back to pit road. What just happened for Hunter Reynolds? As that wasn't going to show us what we needed. We're going to back this up exactly right here. And go from your aerial coverage here tonight, brought to us by Nichols Performance. This is your race leader here with 25 laps to go. Looks like Reynolds drives it in, gets sideways out of turn number 4, wants to correct, and then O'Berry went to dodge, and then he got wrapped up in it. So that's what spins things around here and then caused Hunter Reynolds to have a little bit of an issue here. back it up here once again. You see Reynolds into the fence, and that's Orlando Rivera getting into him. So, and I believe then spun was the Lynn McNeese 84. So that's going to put us back under the yellow flag. As now things shake up, because now out front it's Rivera, Bergner, Johnson, your top three, Levitt, and Smith, rounding out the top five. So the caution flag breeding another caution flag, so that's going to help a lot of the drivers here, like Orlando Rivera and Jeff Bergner, who are we're looking a little bit short on fuel. It looks like they should be able to make it the rest of the way here. I would say let's go bother somebody, but usually now these drivers are talking with their spotters, working with their teams. Why don't we talk to somebody out there? You want to talk to somebody, race fans? Let's just straight pull in the Turtle and see what the Turtle has to say out there on track. Turtle, you got a copy?
I got you, Roger.
Well, the Turtle has us. Turtle, man, tell us what happened. We saw that 48 machine all sorts of out of shape down there on that restart.
Just tires being hot, avoiding wrecks out there, sliding around.
So slip and sliding around. I heard the same song and dance from a lot of drivers out there that this track is like an ice skating rink. I'm looking at this track temp, Todd, as you come down pit road. I'm glad I'm bothering you while you're trying to pit.
Go ahead.
It is 69 degrees out there, track temp. Is that really playing a huge factor into these spins coming out of the corners?
I believe it is, because the tires are taking so long to get up to temperature. It's just slick.
So with a slick track out there, now we're going to go back green flag racing with a possible 18 laps to go here from Iowa. It's not a mile-long track, Todd, as I believe. Are you putting 4 tires on this machine?
I've already put tires on. I'm going in for damage repair.
Okay, so that you got the new tires on this machine. Will you be able to slice and dice your way through the field here?
We're definitely going to try.
So we're all going to die.
I'm going to try and do it safely. I just want to finish this race today.
Well, there you heard it from Todd Poston out of the NSRA Super Speedway group. He is going to try, now that he has the 4 fresh tires, to come back through the field here. He's currently running in the 20th position, so he has a lot of ground to now make up to try and get to the front of the field. So Todd back there, 20th. He is actually shown as the last car on the lead lap. Orlando Rivera is shown as our leader. So we will see what Orlando Rivera is going to elect to do here. He's obviously going to stay out, but the question being, where will he be able to run that 08 machine towards the end of this race? As he is on older tires than a couple of the guys that are starting to hunt him down here that will be starting right behind him. Have to pay attention to that. So it's Rivera as the lights go out. It's Rivera, Bergner, Johnson, once again, your top 3. Then it is Levitt and Smith, your top 5. Leach, Millen, O'Berry, Day, Schwartz. So Greg O'Berry goes from being second out there, goes for a little bit of a spin, and drops all the way back to the 8th position. He did not pit. So now he'll be back here trying with a fast car to work his way back to the front. Nichols Performance, though, gives him a pretty good race engine in this IROC, so shouldn't be that much of a problem to work his way back through the field. Your Nichols Performance race engine drivers are running 3rd, 8th, and then Jason Dobbs is back into the 15th position right now. All 3 still out on the track. All 3 still inside the top 15 and on the lead lap. Will be ducking in out of turn 4. There you see it. It is down on the apron. It's going to be Rivera firing off right like that. Here we go. Back to racing. 19 laps to go. Put him on the board right now. 19 laps here from the Iowa Speedway. As it was a really good start there by Rivera and by Jeff Bergner. Throw the running order down. You can exactly see who is where. Jamie Leach is under fire here. Greg O'Berry down to the inside. Cole Day down there also. And then you got that 02 machine down to the bottom too. As somebody spinning out of turn number 4. That is going to be the 21 of Jeff Bergner. He goes for a ride, and we're going to go right back under the caution flag. Circumstances here tonight, I believe that is going to be now the 26 of Daryl Clauder going around. So we will have to rewind the tape here and see what happened to Daryl Clauder. And what is going on? Darrell was back there in the 15th position there with Millen and Valenzuela. McNeese is also there. Oh, Dobbs was sideways entering the corner. What happened to Clauder? Clauder just turned sideways, and Dobbs with just absolute nowhere to go hits the 26 of Darrell Clauder, and that is going to put us under the yellow flag circumstances here again. Orlando Rivera not going to pit. I believe Orlando has made his bed as he knows what he's going to do here tonight. He's going to stay out. But as he stays out, we're going to step away here from the Iowa Speedway. We'll be back here with more Salt Flat IROC racing right here on your Turn 3 Racing Network.
Jason Hamilton. I'm Director of Racing Operations and Event Management for NASCAR. I'm also the Series Director for the eNASCAR Peak Antifreeze Series on iRacing and the eNASCAR Ignite Series on iRacing. We're here at Myrtle Beach Speedway for a test session for Zach and Max, the two champions from the eNASCAR Peak Series and the eNASCAR Ignite Series. They're testing late models in partnership with Rev Racing. Opportunity for them to come out and showcase the skills that they built on iRacing in the full-size stock car for the first time.
Got in the car, got the wheel adjusted. Zach's in the car now. Get that set up for him, and be ready to roll here in a little bit.
The tips we got were basically just to try and keep it on the bottom as best as possible, and that's going to be the easiest way to keep the car in one piece and just not make any mistakes.
You're off the throttle for a long time. You're off the throttle longer than you actually think you need to be, but the corners are so long. If you try to pick the throttle up too fast, it's just going to either jerk the car loose or make it tight and it jerks. Any other questions? Nope. We'll try it, and if you have any trouble, need to talk about something, it's fine to stop. Always come off the racetrack like we did, a while ago.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, that was crazy. I wanted to open it up a little bit more, but it was all about just keeping the car in one piece, being safe.
I have no complaints on that. So just now that you're out, you can relax and think about what you did, and then we'll apply to the next round. Okay. Yeah, you did very well. Yeah.
Thank you.
You make me nervous, but you didn't. You didn't make me nervous this time. Yeah. So that was good.
You good with the height now? Yeah. All right.
What about your gears? You know where they're at? First, second, third, fourth? Okay.
What we're telling you now is what we've told him all along.
And you're doing fine.
Yeah.
You're doing perfect. We're just trying to help those little places to gain more. My name is Mark Green. I work for Rev Racing. I am the driver development coach for the team. They both got up to speed fairly good. The biggest thing, especially here at Myrtle Beach Speedway, it's the line that you run. This place it's old pavement, it's wore out, it doesn't have a lot of grip. So there's a different way of racing this racetrack line-wise and driving-wise. So we had to work on those aspects of it with them. But they took to it very well, and they learned most of it. They still don't have it obviously down pat. After 6 hours, nobody would. Both young men did very, very well. We were very happy with our test today. No mishaps, and I think everybody had fun, and we had a good day.
So both Max and Zach did a great job. It was very impressive to see how quickly they got up to speed today. They took the coaching very well. We implemented a similar format to what we do with the Driver Diversity Combine, where we bring a large group of drivers in and evaluate them. We gave them a couple sessions in the morning to get up to speed. Both of them took those sessions, learned from the coaching that we had today with Rev Racing's Mark Green, and both of them built. And as we went on throughout the day, every time they went out, they got faster and faster, and we're actually turning some pretty competitive laps by the end of the day.
Well, we had to cut the commercial break short. I know it was a very interesting video there with the two iRacing champions, but we got champions here on track. And the iRacing pace car makes the left-hand turn, and the champions here for the IROC series hit the loud pedal. It'll be 12 laps to go here in Iowa. Orlando Rivera, Randy Johnson going to duke it out down into turn number 1. It'll be Rivera holding charge, and here comes the 79 of Patrick Smith, and Cody Levitt also trying to dive to the inside here. So Smith taking it to the outside. Levitt's going to be down to the inside, and who will be able to hold the groove? Oh, Smith's going to go up the track. Schwartz going to make it 3 wide with Day, and we're back under yellow here as Michael Bromley in the ABV draft top number 7 machine has spun her around. That's going to throw us back to another caution. I believe we're closing in on the 10 caution marks here tonight. See how that all plays out here. Let's throw it back here on the replay. And what happened to Michael Bromley? See Bromley to the outside here in turn 3. It looks like the 7 car just going to go for the spin all by himself. That's a lonely feeling sometimes, as that'll throw the light race monkey wrench into things here as Bromley goes around for the spin around. So now let's see what he actually is going to have to say. We're waiting to see, race fans, if he's going to bring down the 7 down to pit road or if he's going to stay out. If he brings her down to pit road, we're going to definitely jump on the Michael Bromley train here tonight because now he's buried way back into the 20th position. He's not. Let's find him. Where is Michael Bromley? Well, let's just grab a word with the driver of the 7 out of the ABV draft top cam. Michael, what the heck just went wrong down there? Tire go down?
You know, I wish I could blame it on something like that, but unfortunately this was just an instance of running out of talent. Overdrove the corner a little bit, and I really didn't want to go down and take out anybody who was running up there because I was making moves. So I decided to try and correct high, and then I looped her around, and then I was like, rather than trying to correct again to straighten her back out, I just kept her up against the wall. So unfortunately, pay the price when you do that, end of the pack, and we're just going to try to keep her caution free for the rest of the race now.
Yeah, it's been a caution-filled night here tonight. A lot of drivers complaining that it is a slip and slide here in the Iowa cornfields tonight. Is there maybe a little corn dust on the track out there that's not playing friendly here with the new tire model?
Honestly, I think Big Bad Brad came out here with his beat-up number 2 car, his Moneyline Ford from Daytona, ran it around here, dropped some oil all over the track, because there's not a spot on this track where you have some solid connection with the tires until you're over 10 laps in.
Was it from the Moneyline machine, or was it from the Pennzoil machine that came out here, maybe doing some yard work and sprinkled some grass around the track?
Let's be honest, Team Penske is the problem there. But I'll save that for the for my own podcast when people care about my opinion.
Hey, my friend, we all care about your opinion here on the Turn 3 Racing Now. I'm sure you got some fans out there. Well, I know you might not finish inside the top 3 here tonight, Mike. So while we have some time here under yellow, why don't you tell us about this brand new product that you have in your possession? It is a draft top.
Yeah, so I'm going to give you guys a little sound effect there. That is the opening of this amazing tool. It is called the Draft Top. It allows you to take your beer can or your soda can or your juice can, whatever can you have, and remove the inner top of the can. That way you can enjoy your beverage a little bit more. Make your cans into cups. So it's a bar tool that will, I guarantee you, be in every bar around the country soon.
That sounds like something that every adult beverage taker would need one of those in their possession.
I would say so. But if you want to check them out, go over to drafttop.com and give them a look.
Yeah, and if anybody needs a link for a special promotion, I think Michael Bromley has one, but there you hear it from the driver of the number 7 out of the ABV group, also the draft top driver himself of Michael Bromley. Right now, Mike's going to have to put on his big boy shoes and go out there and start to dance with a couple of these drivers as he is buried a little bit farther back into the field, trying to find where I pulled him out of, not quite sure.
Oh, I can go back. I appreciate it.
So we're just put him over there and let him figure his way down through the team speak here. As let's see, do the iRacing pace car lights go out this time by? Will we go back green flag racing it? We will. 6 laps are going to be left here on the board here in the cornfields of Iowa. The little 0.8 of a mile track here tonight. It was an 89-mile sprint race. Now it's going to come down to just about 5 miles of racing left here tonight. Will Orlando Rivera break into the win column for the first time ever with the IROC series? Will Randy Johnson be able to have another podium finish? He's finished second a ton this year so far. It looks like 4 out of the 6 races he's been inside the top 5, but we're going to find him out here. We're going to line him back up here, single file, nose to tail. How about Patrick Smith running back there? Another one of the guys who needs a really strong finish here from Iowa, but the green flag is out and we're back to racing here. 6 laps to go here officially on the timing and scoring. Find your favorite driver on the left-hand side here as, let's see, we can go to the checkered flag. Patrick Smith is to the outside, Levitt down to the inside. Here comes that Schwartz machine. Can't go anywhere right now as he is stuck behind the roadblock of O'Barry and Smith. Day is right there also, as now Schwartz is going to get around Patrick Smith. Day is going to get around Smith out of turn 4, and this time by flagmen showing us 5 laps to go. 5 more rotations around this track as pass for the lead. Johnson is sideways going to the inside here of Rivera. Will Randy Johnson be able to put the Nichols Performance car in victory lane? He doesn't have a win yet this year. This could be the night here from the little short track in Iowa. Sideways out of turn number 4. As he is sideways, his teammate of Greg O'Barry was just behind him. Sideways, it's 4 more times by. This time by at the line. And Orlando Rivera is starting. Oh, he gets the bump down in turn 1. Johnson's going to be able to close the gap onto the back bumper out of turn number 2. Here comes Randy Johnson back down to the inside in turn number 3. They will drive side by side through turn number 3 as Johnson is sideways once again in the 12. But this time he's able to put the power down, leaning hard onto the right rear. 3 laps to go here from Iowa. Cody Levitt just sitting in the background waiting to pounce in his 38 machine. Rivera's going to hit the bump again. He's going to go way up the track. That's going to give the lead to the 12. Randy Johnson going to nose ahead this time into turn number 3. Levitt is sitting there, but he's got a partner back there, and he's got the 0-2. 0-2 of Schwartz going to go so to the inside as Levitt was sideways. Levitt tried to throw the block. It's popsicle sticks in the air. This time by 2 more times here tonight from the Iowa Speedway and regulation. Right now it's side by side for the lead as Rivera drives up the track once again. Here comes Schwartz. He has the newer tires. He's going to look for P number 2. He's going to go to the inside of Rivera. Johnson going to slam the door into turn 3. This time by, they're going to get the white flag one more time here tonight. Presented by Muth in the booth from the Iowa Speedway. Last lap here tonight. Side by side. Johnson has the lead side by side just behind him, as Schwartz is going to be able to take the second position. Rivera is going to try and cross him over down the backstretch. What will happen down here? Schwartz going to go to the inside. He's going to give a little tap to that left rear quarter panel of Johnson. He's going to slide him up the track. It's going to be a drag race out of 4. They're going to make contact. Schwartz is going to go down to the apron. Who is going to win it? At the line, it is Randy Johnson for the Nichols Performance Group. He is going to park her in victory lane here tonight. Oh boy, what a finish we just had here from the Iowa Speedway. Johnson going to win his first ever Salt Flat IROC Series win right here from the cornfields of Iowa. Wow, what a show they just put on here for the last handful of laps. And man, I'm sure the man behind that 12 machine is all sorts of pumped up. He got a little bit of a tap out of turn 4 from probably one of the fastest racers on the IROC circuit, and he was able to hang on to it. So Schwartz is going to come home second. Rivera is going to come home sitting there in the 3rd position. What a heck of a show they put on. Here comes Dobbs. He's going to give his buddy a little bit of a tap. Say congratulations. Do a little bit of a burnout there next to him. Well, as these boys celebrate a little bit here on the front stretch, we will step away for just a moment. We will be back here to the Iowa cornfield with your post-race interviews here tonight. And welcome back here to the Iowa Cornfield Race, fans. 100 laps, round number 8 here for the Salt Flat IROC Series, officially in the books. And we have a first-time winner here. Randy Johnson is standing here with me in victory lane after he played a little bit of turtle. You saw it live as he flipped over the 12 car in a little bit of celebration. Randy, I hope you're all right here. No concussion, no wounds here after flipping over the car after the finish?
No, I'm feeling good. Feeling good.
Feeling good, looking good, my friend here. Tell us about this run coming down to the finish here. A little bit earlier in the race, there was a little bit of caution flags, and we kind of had that green flag pit stop in there. We're just going to kind of whitewash all that out there. Tell us about those last couple laps, battling it out with Orlando Rivera.
Yeah, those last couple laps were awesome. Orlando had a killer line in 3 and 4 running that outside. A lot better than I thought he was going to have. I'm like, oh, he's got something for me. If he can keep that line going. Then next thing I know, one to go, I look in my mirror and Craig Schwartz came out of nowhere. So I had to worry about him. And I knew going into 3 and 4, I was going to have my hands full of him. He wasn't going to lift into that corner just to try to move me up the track, and grabbed a handful of steering wheel and tried to drive it straight off the corner.
Yeah, having to battle probably with Craig Schwartz. Were you worried at all, though, when you looked up into that mirror with 1 to go, seeing that black O2 machine back there?
Oh, definitely. You know, having flashbacks to Gateway or second race, I think, when I thought I had that race won, when I moved him out of the way, coming to the white flag, and then let that one get away. So I guess if I had to break through and finally win, it had to be against Craig.
Yeah, so maybe a little bit of redemption here from the Iowa Speedway. With this win, though, here from Iowa, I can officially tell you that you're going to put this Nichols Performance number 12 at the top of the charts here in your point standings. That's got to feel pretty good, too, here in your rookie year, being the points leader.
Oh yeah, it feels great. For a while there, I was thinking I was just gonna be staying real close with Hunter, running well on his pit strategy, stay up front when I got worked back to 11th or so after that caution. And unfortunately, he wrecked out of the lead, and I just saw that as an opportunity to get all the points I can and extend that lead.
Yeah, so now you're going to go from 6 points down entering the night to, well, with Hunter finishing way back outside the top 20, it's going to be an absolute really good points night for yourself. But how do you feel as we're going to leave this little 0.8 of a mile track here? We're going to head over to the big, fast super speedway at Las Vegas.
Oh, it'll be a good change of pace. I feel like it's been a while since we had a big speedway like that, and back to a draft track and working with your teammates and a lot of communication to put yourselves in a good spot to win.
Yeah, well, that's going to be next week here, though. But, hey, we're going to congratulate you one more time here, Randy, on your first ever win here with the IROC Series. Before we step away from you, though, as always, my friend, we're going to roll that red carpet out. We're going to hand you the microphone. Who do you got to thank for parking this number 12 machine on top of the boards here tonight?
Yeah, definitely got to thank you, Roger, the whole Salt Flat IROC Series, and Nichols Performance Race Team, Tony Nichols, Dobbs, my teammates, Greg O'Barry, and then good clean racing by Craig and Orlando there at the end. It made a lot of fun.
Well, there you heard it from your first-time winner here at the Salt Flat IROC Series. Randy Johnson got a Parker in victory lane for the first time. It wasn't easy for him. He had to battle with the next two drivers we have lined up here for you. Craig Schwartz finishing in second here tonight. Craig not able to get there quite past Randy Johnson coming out of turn 4, but another strong finish for you as you started towards the rear of the field here tonight.
Yeah, I kind of put myself behind the start. I hit the wall both laps of qualifying. But, was able to get up front pretty quickly after the first few cautions, and pit strategy, I don't know if it worked out or not, but, the next caution came out, everybody's kind of on the lead lap, so it cycled through, and, it was doing all right for that. I don't know, it was a little after halfway. I think it was after that green flag run, it just, I think I was in 6th or so, and I decided to pit, come and get fuel and tires, because I was more just worried about just not having tires if the faster guys in the back, they've been up front most of the race. So I just want to make sure I was just on a level playing field, because I feel like if I'm on a level playing field with everybody, at least I have a pretty good shot. And unfortunately, on the next restart, just got completely wrecked. You got to deal with irrelevant people like Dobbs sometimes. Just always in the way. But got back up to I think 6th before that restart, 8th maybe, something like that. and almost caught the rain. We've had some pretty good finishes now. I think I think me and Randy need to race around each other more often. But yeah, it was a good ending, and got a good finish, and just happy to be on the podium.
Yeah, so another strong finish here. You're not able to notch your belt a little more here with the IROC Series, as you are the all-time winner, but a second-place finish nonetheless. Always feeling pretty good for yourself. Well, Craig, who do you got to thank for putting this machine here in second place tonight?
I just want to thank all the series sponsors, Jordan Hen Racing, Bromley Designs, and thanks to Turn 3 for always broadcasting everything. You do a great job up there, Roger. I know you get a little tired of us with some caution sometimes, but we're glad you stick through it with us. And yeah, just thanks to everybody who runs the league. You know, Danny does a great job. You know, it's always fun. You know, especially a track like Iowa, and he throws in some of the half miles, like you said. We're going to Vegas next week, and then we'll go to something as small as Myrtle Beach sometime. So, you know, it's always fun in this league, and thanks for putting it on.
Well, there you heard it from your second place finisher tonight. It's going to go to the 0-2 of Craig Schwartz, the Ginger himself. Not able to park it in victory lane, but a pretty close second place finish here tonight. We have one final interview. Sorry for the background noise there, but I believe we have also caught up with a wonderful man named Orlando Rivera. Orlando, a third place finish, but you led a lot of laps here tonight. What could you have done here at the end of this race to park the 08 in victory lane?
I don't know, because I didn't have too much tires for these guys. They had 35 laps on their tires when they finished. I had 55. I don't know. I don't think I tried at the end there. I caught a line on the outside. I was trying to, you know, get to the line, but they were better than me there.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit different strategies is what kind of put you back to this third position. How was the track, though? A lot of drivers were saying it was very loose out there tonight. It looked like you had a very steady wheel behind that 08 machine.
It's pretty loose at the beginning. After about 8, 9, or 10 laps, it will get some grip, and you could, you know, go for a good line and stick with it.
Yeah, you were really able to put on one heck of a show there. So Orlando, you know, absolute whale of a job for yourself, though. How do you feel, though, now taking it off these short tracks back to the big Las Vegas? We're calling it a super speedway because that is exactly the style of racing we're going to see next week.
Well, just like Randy said, it's a change of pace. Change of pace from this time. Here, yeah, sometimes you have to brake check a little, you know. I don't think in Las Vegas we're going to use brakes much, so it's a change of pace.
Well, that'll be next week. But Orlando, before we wrap things up here from the Iowa cornfields, who do you got to thank for parking this 08 machine tonight here on your podium?
Well, especially at Danny, you know, for putting up this league. You know, it's a great league, great guys run here. Turn 3, sponsors on Salt Flat Race, IROC. Shout out to Danny for putting it up. You, Roger, for doing a great broadcast. You did a great job there, man. And Bromley, I think that's a sponsor here, and your guy, all the sponsors, you know, shout out to them.
Well, there you heard it from your third place finisher here tonight. Led a couple laps. Well, I say a couple laps. He actually led 22 laps, race fans out front with that 08 machine for the BeastRacing.com boys. But he was unable to tonight to put her in victory lane. Craig Schwartz finishes second here tonight. But how about the man out of the Nichols Performance Race Engines group, Randy Johnson, finally being able to bust through into victory lane. And the distance you see right at the top of the screen there at the finish line, it was .047. I believe that's going to go down as our third closest ever finish in the IROC Series history. Craig Schwartz says probably the closest. I believe that was all the way back at the Auto Club Speedway in IROC Season 1. I believe that was .003 at the line that day, and what a heck of a finish that one was. But another solid, strong finish here from the Iowa Speedway for the Salt Flat IROC drivers. Next week, though, we're going to change things up. We are going to head over to the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. It is going to be a lot different racing from what we saw here tonight, and it's definitely going to be a long, long way from the live Rock Park than we saw 2 weeks ago right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. But to catch all the Las Vegas racing action here for your Salt Flat IROC series, you're going to have to tune in next Wednesday night right here with myself up in the booth. So for everybody at the Salt Flat IROC series and everybody over on the Turn 3 Racing Network, we will catch you next Wednesday night right here, same time on a Wednesday.